Ooh, are we going to talk about Bezos space pinos? Yes, let's talk about this. You know what? I'm going to show. I didn't know this. James from the internet is the reason I know about this, and it's amazing. I'm going to show you what should theoretically be a thing that would get me TOS'd, but will not. I'm going to jump to a new tab. I'm going to Google, and I'm going to type in space. Oh no, cock rocket. Now, this should be terrible. What's Yes, Dick Rocket. Top stories. Jeff Bezos went to space and people made dick jokes. Pictures of the dick. If you aren't familiar with like the Dick Rocket, let's just let's just hit images. There's a reason that we're calling this a Dick Rocket. Just the tip with outer space. Like that is so much phallic. So much phallic. Cool jam track. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's literally just something I threw on. I'd been playing around with doing different sounds with whatchamacallit, my MIDI stuff in Reaper, and it worked out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So I wasn't directly going to talk about Bezos today, although it's hilarious that he did go to space, but he went to like not space. He went to like really high up in almost space, and I'm just gonna say right now, like you're not impressing me, dude. In the 1960s, with no technology, we went to the moon. The Russians, with no technology, went to space a long time ago. You have spent billions of dollars to get really fucking high in the sky. Like, congratulations, dude. He got to zero G, which has never happened before in the history of, except for every time that it happens. There's a company you can actually do zero G flights where they go up and they do parabola flights, and every time you're up here you get weightlessness and you're like, oh my god, I'm weightless, and then it stops, and then you go, oh, I'm weightless again, and then it stops. But I was planning on making fun of Branson. Didn't the dude who did the high skydive go way higher? I think he did. You mean the like Monster Energy or whatever, or Red Bull gives you wings? I think it was Red Bull. That like, yeah, I think he went actually higher up into space than Bezos or Branson did. Someone on Twitter asked if Amazon is going to sell models of this for the people with appropriate parts. I've heard that joke a bunch, and God, I hope so. You know, like it's literally like getting R2D2 fucked. The vomit comment. And Abby on Facebook says, my coworker just said Jeff Bezos has enough money to be Sentai. Dear God, no. Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. I sent you a shitty meme about this. All right, I can look at shitty memes. I'm assuming that's on the Facebooks. One sec. You didn't send me a shitty meme about this. You're fibbing. I don't know where you sent the meme to, unless it's like above. Oh, you mean the Amazon workers one? That's actually a really good meme. I'm going to share this. Amazon workers after finding out Jeff Bezos is in space. And it's the line to the restroom. Oh, that's good. I like that. I'm going to undo the view so that I can find out if there's something that I just got sent. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, cool. Cool. I did have that. All right. But yeah, Branson. Branson was earlier in the week. So, you know, he beat beat Bezos into high up in the sky levels. Blue Ball's original origin flashlight. Oh, I hope they have a special version that like goes inside the booty hole, because I think that Amazon has always been very, very fair and equitable, and they would want to make sure that there were good dildos on both sides. So I'm gonna play a clip of this because I think this is hilarious. This is from Act TV. I'm gonna include the link in chat because this is I want everyone to watch this a bunch and also subscribe to Act TV. I think these guys are fantastic. This is just one thing. James from the Internet is another one that's on Act TV a lot. And that's the wrong view, so we'll go with this view. Fade. All right, so this is the title of this is New Mexico spends more money sending billionaires to space than on tenants. And their whole thing that they're talking about is the fact that New Mexico gave Branson $220 million to start his little billionaire flying fun co. And right now in the news, New Mexico's like, hey, that whole eviction crisis, how are we going to survive this? But meanwhile, there's old Branson not failing as a human being and going into space. So I just wanted to share because some of their takes on this are fucking brilliant.
So I don't know what that means. Evictions continue for other reasons. So even though it's a moratorium, you're not supposed to.
Yeah, there's a lot of illegal evictions taking place as well. But we should all pay attention to Richard Branson because he went to the upper atmosphere.
He half-assedly went to space. Isn't that crazy? He even go all the way to space. It's like, yo, I can't. What would be equivalent to that? It'd be like, I don't know, what would be the equivalent to that in sports, like celebrating somebody who barely did something, yeah, he punted the ball at the first base, yeah.
Oh wow. Oh wow. It's like having a home run derby and you hit the ball to the warning track. It never gets over the wall. We're having a home run derby here, but this guy, wow, he almost hit a home run. He's so great.
Yeah. Give him a trophy. No, give him $225 million. Yo.
Wow, I should work on my warning track power if they're gonna give me that much to fail to be a fucking. I don't.
So let's talk about this money, mind you. In 2005, New Mexico. In 2005, you have to realize inflation. I don't understand what inflation is. After $225 million in 2005, you gave that to Richard Branson, whatever the fuck.
$300 million now.
Right, it would be like $300 million now, right?
$300 million.
So New Mexico and two major counties have set aside $171 million to help tenants with outstanding rent, utility payments, and other expenses. So they set up less money for their residents than a rich British guy. So now.
What year you said that was?
2005. I know it's more, but how much more? So that's this perspective. The money can go towards 15 months of rent. And
you hate everything about access.
There's people
the story
who are stuck at home and how are courts handling. So states and municipal judges are under orders to halt the final step in the eviction process. So pretty much people are still going to court to be evicted.
Yeah, me too.
But they're not sending the sheriff out just yet to throw their shit out. So that's what's going on in New Mexico. While they send one of the world's richest men to outer space. So how affordable is how?
Right.
300 million?
307 million, about 308 million. Yeah, so my math was pretty good. Yep, it would be about in today's money, 307,969,000.
So are evictions expected to create a huge surge of homelessness? One indication of the scope of the problem is census data showing 12,560 state residents concerned that it will be evicted over the next 2 months. So who knows, that number might be a low balling number too. So and landlords may be reluctant to pursue emergency rental assistance as property and rental prices surge and current leases agreements expire. So that's what's going on in New Mexico. While we celebrate Virgin Galactic.
No, don't say we. I ain't in that.
you weren't like, yeah, you weren't cheering, watching the live stream, yay, like, like.
I told you the things I really want to say. I mean, we've been off for 4 weeks. We just be off forever.
Yeah. I mean, it is outrageous that this is. I didn't feel any. I mean, that what was crazy to me is that I actually love space. I love space. I love, like, you know, the universe. I love reading about that stuff. But when he did that, I didn't feel
in outer space.
Exactly. I didn't feel anything for that when he did that. I was like, so what? Fuck you.
The human race.
And like, what are we getting out of this? Not a goddamn thing. You know, like, we ain't getting enough. Actually, we were paying for that. We were paying for that shit. You know, like, fuck you, yo. So,
do
like,
me a favor and pull up Dan Price's Twitter account for the audience. To just, you know, give them a little bit of
best line ever. So what? Fuck you. Yeah, exactly.
Because I thought that he had some pretty interesting tweets.
That's what's happening in Nova Scotia. Owners are renting their houses as Airbnb instead of long-term renting to families, so people are becoming homeless.
Tweets about that launch as well.
On that topic, absolutely. Not only that, but you know, with people who were buying up houses to turn them into Airbnbs are now failing as business people, going, but my investment is, you know, I made an investment and the investments are always secure. No, they're not. I can't understand how anyone can look at capitalism and be like, hey, it's working really good. All these people are suddenly going to be out on the street because we had a major pandemic, and the things that we're doing to fix it aren't long-term solutions. So yeah, capitalism's working.
Well, he's always spitting some shit. 4 hours ago, just so we're clear, Richard Branson, worth $5.3 billion, got $220 million from taxpayers in New Mexico, one of the poorest states, to start a space travel business that 0.02% of the population can afford tickets for. I kid you not, people. I didn't do this on purpose. It just so happens that we were going to report on this, and I mentioned Dan Price, and Dan Price was reporting on this 4 hours ago. I wish,
like we said, $225 million, which is like you said, it would be $307 million now. And we saw how many people are facing eviction in that state and how much money that they gave to help people last year, which is nearly half of what they gave Richard Branson to shoot his load into space. He didn't even shoot his whole load. He kind of, like, you know, dry
No,
heat.
he did shoot his whole load. It just didn't shoot off. It just kind of dribbled. Dan Price. Dan Price, another Dan Price tweet. Call me strange, but if you can afford to start your own rocket company and send yourself into space, you can afford to pay more than $0 in taxes.
Right?
This is crazy. I mean, like,
see, even other rich people are not impressed. But for some of you, it's easy to say, well, you guys met in a homeless shelter 18 years ago.
Yeah.
So you guys are just salty because, you know, this, you know, successful person is successful and you're a loser. Okay. Well, let's talk about Dan Price, who's the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, in which he decided, instead of just enriching himself, that he would spread the love around at his company. And look at what's happened to his company. He's wealthy, and he's talking that shit. So what do you got to say to him? What do you have to say to somebody like Abigail Disney? What do you got to say to her? She's got more money than you had in your wildest dreams, and she has that.
Yeah,
money.
and when people talk about money, they're like, "Oh, because I started my gas station and shit like that." Dude, we're talking about fucking multi-billionaires who have wealth from generations of, like, investment, stock holdings, like property holdings for years, for decades. We're not just talking about you starting your small business a few years ago. We're talking about, like, fucking wealthy elite people who go to like these fucking spooky conferences in fucking Idaho and shit like that. We're talking about those people.
Yep.
So I don't know why. And at the same time, you think you're gonna be those people, but when you see the reality of what they did and how they got it, the odds of it is like I mean, getting away with murder in a lot of ways.
Yep. Like you think you're doing something.
Yeah.
But if you're agonizing on whether you should give a 5-cent discount on a candy bar in your store, you're not one of those people.
You're not one of those people at all. If you're worried about your Big Mac costing more money, you're definitely not one of those people.
If you're eating Big Macs, you're not one of those people.
If you see a McDonald's, you're not one of those people.
You know what I mean? Like if you're in a neighborhood and you see a Wendy's, a Burger King, a McDonald's, you're not one of those people.
I love that.
If you heard of a neighborhood that had a McDonald's and Wendy's, you're definitely not one of those people. Yo, son. If you've been into an apartment that has the paint over, like, the light switch, you're definitely not one of those people. So this is Black Power Magic Hour. That's Dash and Bash. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and Dr. Virginius. He's live on Twitch, Discord, and that's Dash and Bash.
If you've heard of Dash and Bash, you're not one of those people.
I fucking love that video. Please follow, subscribe, like, whatever, to Act TV and wrong button. Why is that doing that? There we go. Follow and subscribe to Act TV. They do great stuff and really, really enjoyable. I love Black Power Magic Hour, and I love James from the Internet, and I love a lot of the content that they put out. So if you're a shitty lefty like me that everyone hates, these people, there are people. First off, I want to say thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Thank you to my patrons that support me on Patreon. I am a little streamer, and these people are all really awesome for supporting me. Thank you to I Am Canadian. Special huge thanks go to my one prophet, Shithead Dave Anderson. And of course, my final tier of supporters is the Gods. This tier is the most expensive and likely to never have any members, but Patreon really told me I should have one, so it's true, I guess. There are no gods. I try to put up stuff at least once a week, and I live stream every Saturday at noon Mountain Time on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, like an old man. Again, thanks for watching, and have a kick-ass day.